on the other hand, want the exact opposite. I want to take my right arm to his left hip. If I can keep my right arm on his left hip, it's going to be really hard for Nick to break me in those situations, okay? What you're doing is you're taking your elbow off the breaking fulcrum, okay? Nick's right hip is the fulcrum he wants to break my elbow on, okay? If I can take my elbow to his left hip, it's going to be a lot harder for him to break me, okay? So from here, late stage escape. What is the definition of a late stage escape? The definition of a late stage escape is anytime your hands are disconnected, okay? Meaning there's no longer connection between your two hands, okay? My hands now lose this connection with each other, and now there's an isolated arm, okay? Meaning I now have to try to defend, okay, with disconnected hands, obviously, all right? I sound like Kamala Harris there, really repetitive, okay? Now, no laughs, wow. Okay, all right, my bad. Okay. Next joke is against Trump, I promise, okay? Now, from here, what you want to think about is anytime your elbow goes beyond 90, okay, that's when you want to start thinking late stage escape. Anytime your elbow is at 90 or below, you're still good. You can still do all the escapes I was teaching you. But anytime your elbow goes beyond 90 degrees, that's when you want to start shifting to late stage escape mode. Because even though we're beyond 90 degrees, my hands are still connected. This is a losing battle. You're going to lose this. And your elbows are so far away from your body, you're not going to be able to hit a lot of those escapes I just taught you. Okay? So anytime your elbows start to go beyond 90, you want to start thinking late stage escape. From here, what I'm going to do is as Nick goes to take it, I'm going to create a relaxed and loose hand. A tight hand is a hand that can get easily submitted. What you want to do is as Nick is extending you, I know it's really hard to develop this skill and it's counterintuitive, but you have to trust me. If I keep my hand rigid and tight, it's going to be a lot easier for Nick to manipulate it, okay? It gives him a better kinesthetic sense of where my arm is and how he needs to maneuver it, okay? However, if I keep my hand loose, okay, and as Nick goes to take it, it's a lot harder for Nick to control my arm. He has lesser kinesthetic feedback, okay? So from here, as he goes to extend me, I keep my arm loose and I dump my thumb, okay, to be able to rolling escape. If you are not able to rolling escape, the rolling escape is the hitchhiker escape, meaning escape where you shoulder out. If you cannot rolling escape and he gets it over the hip, before you're able to do that, you have to do a hip shift. That's the main technique I want to teach you right now, is a hip shift. From here, you take your thumb and you post your thumb on his top, on the cross-faced leg. Now, I bridge, and as I bridge, with my loose hand, I dump my thumb towards the side where he wants to break it to, and I bring my elbow to the opposite hip. Like so, okay? Sometimes the cross face will clear, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll stay on your face just like so. Off this hip shift, where I take my elbow from his right hip to his left hip, Nick has to readjust to keep breaking me. Nick wants to readjust, bring my arm back over his hip, and keep breaking me. When I hip shift, and he goes to readjust, that's when I hitchhiker escape, okay? And now I hitchhiker, build up to my knees, knee elbow, and I bring my arm out, okay? It's something that's going to take time and effort to develop, but I promise you it's worthwhile. Because if you're good at hip shifting, when somebody extends your arm, it's going to be a lot easier for you to negate the break, okay? So from here, once again, Nick extended me. As he's extending me, I'm already thinking loose hand. As he's extending me, I bridge and I hip shift to bring my elbow to the opposite hip. Nick goes to readjust. I start to hitchhiker out and bring my far shoulder to the mat, build to my knees. Nick triangles his legs here. Good. I go head over head, knee, and I slip my elbow up. Make sense? Once again, hip shift. My arms are below 90. Nick starts getting above 90. I start to loosen. I try to rolling escape. Didn't work. From here, I go straight into hip shift, and I get my elbow to his far hip. Nick goes to readjust. I go back to a rolling escape. From here, I build head over head, get my knee inside, and I slip my elbow out with my knee. Make sense? On 3, 1, 2, 3.